Hi there, it's Kirstie from Adeline Country Cottage. I am here today to show you the launch of my Christmas church journals. I was inspired by a few paintings on Pinterest, and I thought, they look really super cute. I might do them myself. Now I actually painted these back 2 years ago, the front covers, and I had the books all put together before everything went to shambles. But I am here to tell you that they are now complete and finished, and I'm loving how they look, and they look really quite gorgeous. So what I'll do, I'll just take out the duplicates so you could see that it's all been hand drawn and hand painted myself. So the backs are all just plain, but yes, the front covers, that's all a piece of my artwork that I did myself, and I'm really loving it. I actually kept this one for my own stash, because I always keep one of my journals, so I have a reference of everything that I have made. So, and plus my initial I actually did this as my initial what do you call it, sample piece, which sits up on my pin board. So it was supposed to be similar to this sort of one here. So this was just a rough sketch, and that obviously this is the final look. So yeah, so I have that color for my reference, but I actually quite like the black. I'm usually not into the black, but I really like how that's turned out. They all are identical inside, and what I'm going to do, I'll probably just show you, I'll flip through the four, that way you could see that they are identical. Yeah, well, they all look the same inside, except for the black one that has a little bit of a different postcard look inside because of the color palette that the cover is. So let's just go ahead and tie these off so that I know that these are for each journal, and because if I don't do this, I tend to lose the ties, and then I think that they go into my stash to cut up to make into little bows for each of the clips. So that's what I did with the last batch of these ties. Anyway, so we'll do that, and then we will flip through, and these will be available on my website now. So we'll start from here. So as you know, that it's my little logo always comes with one of these, unless it's a little bit thinner. I tend to use my stamp. So that's the front cover, and inside we have a little pocket here, and in that pocket, let's move these out of the way so we can just concentrate on here. So we have a little pocket here, and in the pocket I have sewn a little printable. I have a bunch of these postcards, so I thought I'd scan them off and make a copy to pop inside these journals. I also had a bunch of these that were I had vintage, a huge vintage box that I had when I originally had my little house, which was Adeline, where the actual name of my business came from. And right next door there was a lady that was there, she's kind of her mother, she grew up there. It was it's an actress. Her name's Denise Scott, and her mum used to live next door, but when she moved out, Denise came over and asked, because I helped out a lot of the times, and she said, is there anything you would like? And they threw this on the top of the bin, and I said, I will actually take this whole stash. It was a big box, yay big, and it was filled with all these vintage tags like these Christmas ones, as well as you know, birthday cards, birthday, you know, all sorts of stuff. It was all paper stuff, and I said I'm really happy with this. So they were quite shocked, but anyway, so I scanned these in and I perforated them so they're actually like the real ones. And so we've got those. We've just got a little piece of you know, this was a bit of scripted printables, and I've just used that to pop in the top here. We have Kaiser Craft paper. We have a tab here. Now this, I don't know where I got that from. It was just a big bunch, a roll that I had picked up. Not 100% sure who I bought that from, but that was a couple of years ago as well. And when you move, you tend to find stuff that you stash away and you forget. Anyway, that's being stitched around. Got some old paper, well, what do you call it? Novel book. Dotted paper. And then this here, I'll just take that off. And then you can see that I've kind of put this, it was like a packing washi. It's a lot thicker and it sort of tears like packing tape as well. Stitched down and put sari silk, and then I just made this little, actually that sits like that, it was like a little parcel, and it was supposed to be for something else, but I decided to pop them in here. So I've created all of that. I've just done a bunch of stamping, and I've just put some papers together where, you know, you can either journal or put your little Christmas photos, or little wish lists that you want to keep hidden for your children, and then you can just write on the back of that. I just like the scripted writing for Christmas. I think it looks really pretty, even though it's not Christmas. It's not a Christmas invoice. So that just sits, as I said, over the top of here. And as I mentioned, they all do have that. And then I had there was a bunch of writing paper. It was a pack that I had, and I decided they're all got different little mansions on the top. This one's ripping away. Flight path paper, I'm guessing that's what it is. I made a little gift tag here with an inside. Each one will have like a different vintage photo. Now the vintage photos, I've chosen these because I'm just thinking about family getting together for Christmas, that sort of thing. So that's why they were inspired. Some of them have like might be just like a mountain with snow on it. So, and I've just popped some old stamps on there, some, you know, lace and some muslin, and that's just an old library index card. And then we just got some paper here into a little CD dyed packet, and I've just cut out a little tag that's been sewn on here. That's just a little bit of ephemera, just printable, that's just popped in here. Did some stamping, more stamping of the tree. Now that's from what's that? Cavallini Paper and Co. It's out of this set. So I do actually have three of the, well actually I have pretty much all of the sets, but out of the Christmas ones, they're the ones that I've got. This was vintage wallpaper. I had a really small snippet, so I ended up, it was like a square piece, and I just sort of popped that in and scanned it in and printed it off, and I just love how it just pops through with the numbers underneath. Yeah, that's quite nice. And there's another one of those scripted picture papers, and I think I've just stuffed these pages together. Yep. Some, what do you call it, stitching. It's another stitched postcard, printable. There's an envelope here, and it's just an old stamp that I replicated. I had a bunch of them, but then I scanned them all in because I didn't want to lose them because I'd used so many, so I scanned them all in, so now I can use them for myself. And I just had this printable that I made into like a little, just a little card if you needed a card in a hurry for somebody, and just pop that inside there. And in here I've added a little gold sun. It was more of, look, I couldn't find the stars like I used in my other journals, so I just used a little gold sun. I think it still works, especially here in Australia because we're sunny Christmas here. And made this like a little muslin pocket again with one of those little, just made up it. I've still got a bunch of this. Like I've got this, all of this, and then I've got another, oh gosh, another 4 stacks of those like that. So I'm trying to use up all of that. And this was from a shorthand book that I had, a Pitman's, and I've added some washi ledger paper. And here I've just made like a little padded Joy to the World, and there's a little surprise, little smelly on there. And I'm not going to tell you the smell, but it's only just a slight hint I put on the back. Let me see if I can, yeah, you can only just smell it. Actually, this will give you a hint. See how the hint of it, that will give you the hint of what the smell is. And then I've just added, I've got a bunch of these envelopes. I have a friend that finds them for me, and he found a massive stack of them a couple of years ago. Again, I've only just found them. I've sorted them all out. I had to iron them all flat so that they wouldn't pop open all the time and be looking crunch, you know, all, well, he had them, they were all rolled up in one big batch, so that, you know, actually tell a lie, they were rolled up in about 5 batches they were rolled up in, so I had to iron them all so they'll sit flat. Postcard. Now I've just used different stamps that I have, maybe Christmas, maybe not, and I've just added the little, you know, stamping on those. Done some stamping here of joy, season's greeting, another tab, and then we've got a little bells going on here. I couldn't find my little Christmas bells, but these work just as well, and it's quite subtle. Now we're on to the other side, again with the shorthand page. Some more washi just down in here with some words. Peace, joy, and love. Again, back over with that pine print that I'd done. And then here I've made like a little pocket out of a recycled envelope. I'll just take off that so that you can see that it flips open, and I've got like a little of this gorgeous, I'm loving these stickers. And they're just beautiful for Christmas. I love it. And I made these little, you would have seen these, I think I put a post up on Instagram a few years back, and I made a bunch of these, but as I said, I never got to post these journals out after everything what I was going through. I've made these little tags to make them look like it's all cracked. And in the top pocket here, I just love these brass tags, and I just love how they very similar, you know, to go with the color palette. And I've punched on there, and it's very light, as you can see. It just says Merry Christmas. I really love that. Sorry, my sleeves kept rolling down. And that all pops in there with that little parcel. And then of course there's this side. This does hold that closed, but then on this side it's actually stapled where it's a pocket, and I've just made like a little North Pole special delivery tag, and a little flip out there where you can add photos or, you know, whatever you might like. Another postcard here that I've done the back, and then it's just one of those beautiful little who is it, Miss Lily Elsie images, and yeah, we just popped her in here, but I just flipped it over because I'm just trying to keep it pretty plain. Now here's a little more of those little tags that I made, and I've added a bit of muslin and a bit of lace, and inside we've got some mica snow, and my favorite snow, because I just love when you just dip your finger and you just rub it on things, and it just gives us the most beautiful shimmer. Believe in the magic of Christmas stamping, and some stitching and tabs here. More of that washi, a little 25 to the season tipping that I've made out of this is from linen, and I actually dyed it with tea, peach tea actually, and it doesn't smell like peaches now, but anyway, at the time it did. It was quite beautiful. Yeah, and I've just added a bit of muslin attached to that. And then here I did a little thing where I'm just going to open this up and I'll pull these out. I did have a set out somewhere, but I must have just sort of packed it all away. Now I did this with my little Cricut machine, and I made you a bunch of stickers that you could pop throughout the journal. So you've got different angels, and I just think they've turned out really, really pretty. And if you actually, and it's not built for the Cricut, but I think I've actually put these printables on my website already. And look, just even there like that, because I muted them down and made them to suit this color palette, and I just think that they've turned out absolutely beautiful. So you've got a bunch of those stickers, sticker or flakes if you want to call them, for you to be able to stick throughout the journal as well, so they're quite cute. And some more stamping and sewing, and we're towards the end, and then I've left an envelope blank with nothing except a little reminder that you can, and this is just like, I mean, it's just tea dyed fake money, but it's just a reminder that if you needed an envelope in a hurry to put some money in to give to somebody for a gift, you know, because it's already got a Christmas theme on it, then you've got that there. So I think that's quite cute. So that's this one. Now, as I mentioned, I'm just going to do a light flip through because they're pretty much identical with the way the whole structure of the book, you know. I mean, it's all got your lace and your little pearl brad flower, and again with the Kaisercraft, but a different Kaisercraft paper. So I'm just going to flip through these, and I'm not going to open these up because you've already seen them now, but it's just to, and again, this one's Law Court. So yes, I'm just going to flip through so that you can actually just listen to some music and go through the rest of the journals so that you actually can see what you're purchasing.
Feeling alone a certain glow, a secret and a song, even church bells sing along, and the children making angels in the snow. Oh, what a gift to be given. How lucky can this old heart be? And I fall into peace and silence on a very special Christmas Eve. Tell me again with a whisper, little things that I wanna hear, and the stars up above, they are shining below, listening to this song playing on, listening to this song playing on. Feeling alone, kinda misty, waiting now for you to come. It's cold again, but I know we'll be warm, sitting by the fire and dream. Tell me again with a whisper, little things that I wanna hear, and the stars up above are smiling when they see you holding me so near. I see snowflakes on the chimneys, and the candles have a certain glow, a secret and a song, even church bells sing along, and the children making angels in the snow. Oh, what a gift to be given.
Okay, so that concludes the Christmas church collection, and I do have some more Christmas ones coming up. I have another video to release some other ones, and yeah, so keep an eye out for that. That will be coming soon. And there's, as I mentioned, there I have the other one to this. So this basically, there's only 2 of a kind of these, of all of these. So there's 8 in total, but one of them is in my possession. So this one is basically one of a kind out there on the market or for sale. So yeah, so there you go, my friends. I hope you enjoy this little flip through of my new church journals, and I really hope you do actually like this particular one. and I'll see you in my next video. Okay, bye for now.
Playing on, listening to this song.